So my name's Emily Edison. I'm a sports dietitian. The new MyPlate, that's the government website. Has anyone been there yet? Checked it out? Okay. It's actually a really good site to recommend for your athletes. They can plug in their own height, weight, activity level. It'll print out a nice profile that has their caloric level on it. It's kind of a fun thing to do, maybe even like as a team assignment. You can go through and it'll give them some sample meals, tell them about how much they need to eat. I do find, however, that it underestimates for athletes who are those high calorie burner athletes, you know, like people who kind of just need a lot of fuel coming in all the time, kind of underestimates a little bit for them. So just know that. This website actually just quantifies it by hour. So it's like 30 minutes, hour, most days of the week. It goes 0, 30, and 60. And some of our athletes are higher than that, obviously, but it just kind of gives us a nice ballpark. And it prints out some nice sample menu plans that they can go, oh, okay, am I eating about this much, you know, at different times during the day. I developed this checklist a couple of years ago just to use with my athletes to give them a kind of a ballpark of where they need to be. And I have my athletes write down what they eat for 24 hours and then go through and check off how they're doing. Did you get any fruits and vegetables in the last 24 hours? Some of them are no. How many of you have had fruits and vegetables in the last 24 hours? Okay, some people have had no fruits and vegetables in the last 24. And you were coming to a nutrition class? Come on, you knew I was going to ask you, right? And then dairy and meat and so on and so forth. If someone's a vegetarian, we can certainly work with that. But this is just a great way to kind of like check it off. If you're a smaller, less active athlete, then you're going to be at the bottom of those portion sizes. If you're a more active athlete, you're going to be at the top. I even have some that have gone above that and have needed more fuel than that. These are just some reminders. When we say 3 ounces of meat, it's about a deck of cards. When we say a half a cup, it's about the size of a tennis ball. Just some nice portion size reminders. We're going to talk a little bit more in the next section about kind of how to eat in relationship to the servings and portion sizes. I want to mention really quick though, I don't know if anyone's aware of this kind of thing, but I pulled this one off the shelf. How many servings do you think are in here?
1.
3. I mean, I could take this down in not too much time, right? I mean, this is not that big of a bag of Cracker Jacks. But it is 4.5 servings in this bag. 4.5. So in this bag, just for reference, right, it's a little over 550 calories. Just for that. Just popcorn, isn't it? And then another one I thought was interesting, the chips, which you'd kind of think would be about the same, but this one has 2.5 servings in the bag. And then I even thought this guy was pretty funny. I would think 1 if I was going to grab it and eat it. It's 2. So I think it's, you know, these are the kinds of things we kind of want to bring up. You know, watch out for those things. It doesn't necessarily mean you can only eat half of it, but what it's meaning is if you're thinking about calories or you're counting up carbs or you're counting up protein or whatever you're doing, make sure you're aware of how many servings are in the box.